Last month during our Born Today series, you may remember we introduced you to Jessica Menkhausen and her fiancé, Derek Manion. They let us go on their journey with them as they underwent IVF live on our air. Well, NBC's chief medical editor, Dr. Nancy Synderman, is here to give us an update on how they're doing. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning, Savannah. Our cameras were there when Jessica underwent in vitro fertilization, in this case, something called ICSI. And this time, it's the pair's best and only chance of getting pregnant. Since then, we have been following this pair, and this morning we have chosen to take it one step further, and they're going to share the results with us.
I want to be positive, and I think that we're going to have twins, and I think that they're going to have red hair and blue eyes.
After struggling with fertility issues for nearly a decade, 33-year-old Jessica Menkhausen and her fiancé Derek Manion are excited about the possibility of starting a family.
Hopefully these children know one day how much we wanted them.
So that's really the moment of conception.
That moment, a first on live television, fertilization via IVF. This is now a fertilized egg. Dr. Sherman Silber, a fertility expert, performed the procedure.
I want to have enough frozen embryos that we can be guaranteed that she's going to get pregnant.
Back at the hospital 3 days later, the anxious couple learned how many of Jessica's fertilized eggs had grown into viable embryos.
So this one is not so equal size. That is gorgeous. That is an 8-cell embryo. That is a baby right there.
Dr. Silber chooses 2 good embryos for transfer into Jessica's uterus and then shares the news.
Okay, so we did really, really well. This is for your baby album. These are the 2 embryos. So it's right there.
Jessica remains awake and watches with Derek as Dr. Silber gently places the embryos.
And those are your babies.
It'll take 10 days to find out if Jessica is pregnant.
I think I'm just going to keep our positive thoughts.
This is the big unknown period of what's happening inside her uterus. I recommend that they try to relax.
But it can be hard to relax for this couple and others, since IVF doesn't always work. In fact, the CDC reports a 30% average pregnancy rate for in vitro procedures depending on age. That, along with a high cost of IVF, which averages $12,000 to $17,000 per attempt and may not be covered by insurance. For Jessica and Derek, it's now or never. They say they can't afford to try again, and they're hoping for the best.
Worrying is not going to change what's going to happen.
10 days later, the results are in.
Well, guess what? Your pregnancy test is positive. You're pregnant.
That's amazing. We got a baby in there.
Jessica and Derek are with us this morning along with Nancy. Okay, Jessica and Derek, you're making us cry. How did you feel when you got that phone call?
You know, I just had the feeling wash over me again, just so ecstatic, so overwhelmed with joy. We feel so blessed to have met Dr. Silber and so blessed to have the results that we have.
Thank God for that.
And you guys, I know this is Nancy talking. I know that you don't know yet whether it's 1 or 2, but take us into what Dr. Silber has said is going to happen to you over the next couple of weeks.
So in the next few weeks, we'll do an ultrasound, and by that time, we'll be able to hear the baby or baby's heartbeats and hopefully see one or two fetuses in the womb. So we're really excited about that. We're really looking forward to that.
Jessica, this is so intimate. There we were right at the moment of this IVF. Why did you guys feel it was important to share this story?
You know, I feel like there are a lot of other women out there with the same problems or possibly the same issues as we have, or couples as we have. So I hope that in telling our story, it'll inspire other couples to take that next step and to find out what their options are. Also, it has helped us, you know, not carrying around the secret, but sharing it with everyone and getting the support and prayers of all of our co-workers and family and friends. It's really been a blessing to us.
Well, Jessica and Derek, we are rooting for you and the new baby or babies. Thank you for sharing this
journey. And we'll
journey.
be following you, the whole way, so don't get rid of us yet.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nancy, as I turn to you, she had 2 embryos implanted.
Right.
That's not always what doctors do.
No, so she had 17 fertilized. They transferred 2 of them, ones that looked really good. And the great thing about the science is you can really see which ones have taken and which give her the best chance for success. The definition of success in this case is a healthy baby, not just being pregnant. So this is still long-term. She's still on hormones to keep that uterine wall sort of plumped up. But I suspect she's going to do very well.
It's early on.
Yep.
Is the pregnancy any more high risk because it was via IVF? Some people wonder that.
Yeah, once she's pregnant, she's really pregnant. Now, there's a lot of times high-risk women go through IVF because they can't get pregnant the old-fashioned way. But now that she's pregnant, she's on hormones. Those hormones will then get weaned off. She's going to be on her own. Now, is it risky announcing to the world this early in the first trimester I'm pregnant? Of course it is.
Wow.
But we're going to be with her the whole way.
So we can offer our prayers. She'll have the prayers of the country with her.
And remember, she still has quite a few healthy fertilized eggs sitting there, so she has multiples to go back to.
Well, it's an interesting story. Thank you for helping us tell it this
Good
morning.
science.
Yeah, Nancy, thank you.
You bet.